This is Gun. Not sure when this game came out exactly. I think obviously it was early 2000s. I think it was like 2002. Anyway, let's try to find the highest luminosity value. 229. That's at about the max. So let's look for the lowest. That's a 7. So there we go. That's at the lowest value, more or less. Also, we've got the almost the highest possible value and almost the lowest possible value. So let's take a look at the contrast between these values in the skyline. So we know that's at 230. It's at 146. Over here we've got a value of 204 against a value of 206 against a value of 180. Also got a value of 115, value of 173, value 46, in the part of the blue sky that's slightly obscured by smoke, we've got a value of 123. Where the smoke is slightly thicker, got a value of 105. Where it's quite a bit thicker, we've got a value of 84. And where the smoke appears to be darkest, we've got a value of 56. So we know that's a 7 on this railroad, on this piece of wood under the rail. We've got a value of 55. On the rail itself, we've got a value of 36. On the upper part of the rail, the part that's the top, it's exposed to the sky a little bit more, got a value of 59. On the ground under the rail, we've got a value of 86. Also got a value of 66, where it's a bit darker. On the plants next to the rail, we've got a value of 65. Also got a value of 94 on the same plant. Upon the ground, we've got a value of 179, 127, 101, and 55. On the ground where there's an imprint from a horseshoe, we've got a value of 81. On this window frame in the background, got a value of 26. Got a value of 15. On the shingles on this roof, this building, we've got a value of 26. The wall of the building has a value of 53. It's a bit darker because there's a shadow, there's a value of 34. On the door of this building, there's a value of 36. And a value of 26. On this character's pants in the background, there's a value of 2. On this character's shirt, a value of 12. Pretty sure I got the character's face, it's a value of 40. On the character in the foreground's face, this is the protagonist of the game. Got a value of 36 where his skin is obscured by a shadow. got a value of 81 where it's exposed to sunlight. On his pants, we've got a value of 10, value of 23. On his boot, we've got a value of 24. Where his boot's a bit darker, we've got a value of 6. For his shirt, we've got a value of 70. For his vest, we've got a value of 34. Also got a value of 9 on his vest, where it's obscured by shadow. For his saddle, we've got values of 46, 104, and 17. On the belt of his saddle, where it connects to the horse, we've got a value of 31. Value of 22. The character's head hair, we've got a value of 14. For the horse's mane, we've got a value of 37. Where it's a bit darker, we've got a value of 7. Got a value of 68 for the horse's body. Got a value of 17 where it's darker. For the horse's eye, we've got a value of 67. Oh no, my mistake, 29. Man, I must have got that from his skin surrounding his eye. Must be where it's 70 or 60 something. No, around his eye, we've got a value of 38. Some of his tail hairs have a value of 96. And some have a value of 11. Lower part of his leg, we've got a value of 76. For his hooves, we've got a value of 66. 77. 75. And the darkest part of his hoof, the very bottom, we've got a value of 31. And 9. This building over here, where there's a bit of shadow, we've got a value of 22. The top of this building, where it's painted, got a value of 85. On this sign, we've got values of 112, 70, and 131. On the facades of these buildings, we've got values of 27, 40, 20, 59, 65, 98, 18, and 72. For this character's outfit, we've got a value of 72, lower part of his pant leg. Upper part of his pant leg, we've got a value of 17. For his skin, we've got a value of 71. For his shirt, we've got a value of 51. And for his hat, we've got a value of 16. For the stagecoach, we've got a value of 102 on the seat, contrasting a value of 10, 28, 20, and 60. This building in the background, we've got a value of 21 against a value of 33, 89, and 53. For this horse, we've got a value of 43 around his eye, 103 on his face, 39 on his body, where it's obscured by shadow a bit, 18 on a harness, 201 on a bit of his hide that's exposed to the sun, 85, on these rocks in the background, we've got a value of 7 against a value of 33, 34, 61. On this building that's almost entirely outside of the range of this picture, got a value of 114 on the roof against a value of 22 and a value of 44. This is Silver Load. Pretty sure this came out in 1999. Value of 213 on this UI element. And yes, this is a UI element. This is not part of this mountain back here. Value of 189. Value of 129. Yeah, that value of 210 is probably the highest. The lowest is probably going to be this black outline. Yeah, 0. So let's compare the values in the background, skyline. Got a value of 22 against a value of 64 against a value of 72, 73, against a value of 8, so this tree has a value of 9 right here, and it's contrasting against a value of 40 and 51. Over here we've got a value of 12, and of course that's 21, 22, and 27. Right here we've got a value of 124. Against a value of 72. So the moon has a value of 126. But it's slightly obscured by the clouds. It's got a value of 96. Part of this mountain has a value of 73. Another part of it has a value of 89. 96. 55. So the lights coming from this town, value of 142 and 112. 59 on that particular light. 79. 112. The screen that's on this building has a value of 26. It's contrasting against a value of 9. This wagon wheel on the side of the road has a value of 64. It's contrasting against the ground, which has a value of 48. And 53. 45. 89 in the middle of the road. Where there's a bit of shade, 42. Value of 124 off to the right side of the road. Right next to a value of 64. These posts along the roadway have a value of 34. And 73. This shed, where it's obscured by shadow, value of 3. Where the roof shingles are in the moonlight, value of 85. 43. This tree over here has a value of 3. And it's next to a value of 41 on the ground. And it's against a value of 73 in the sky. And 27. This tree in the foreground, value 47. 18. And 5. This UI element here, we've got values of 102, 197, 239, 92, 12, 160, 60, 111, and 135. Upon this portrait of the main character, we've got values of 142, 74, 66, 1, 145, 233, 68, 123. And 64. This is Red Dead Redemption 2. Looks like this reflection upon the water is going to be the highest value. Yep, 223. Can't get much higher than that. 215. The lowest will probably be this shadow over here. 51. 50. 89. 29. 13. So first, let's take a look at the skyline. Got a value of 111. 103. 90 for that bird. Got a value of 150 around the moon. Value of 228 upon the moon itself. Value of 124 for that star. $93 for the sky over here. Upon these treetops, the value of 77. 74. 112. 104. 65. 63. On these tree trunks, we've got values of 73, 88, 77. Upon the water, we've got values of 43, 21, 207, 157, 60, 19, 62, and upon this little boat, this little canoe, we've got a value of 52, 37, 85, 55, 40, 'Pretty sure this is Arthur Morgan. Not sure who this is actually, but I'm pretty certain that's who it would be. I mean, who else would it be? Got a value of 56, 61, 67. On this character, we've got a value of 55, 62, 52, 'In the background, we've got a person. His face has a value of 121. Pretty sure that's a lantern I just checked. Yeah, that lantern, we've got a value of 177. Whatever this is right here, we've got a value of 167. Over here, 183. 204. On that tree, we've got a value of 116. Against a value of 96. On this house in the background, value of 122. Against a value of 86. On this house in the background, value of 215. 150. 106. 100. 125. On this other house, 159. 109. 100. 97. 'This is also Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, the sun has a value of 229. It's probably as high as it gets. Let's check the shadow. 20. That's about as low as it can possibly get. So let's look at the values on the sky. 180. 179. 140. 171. 213. 217. Got a value of 189 against a value of 214. Got this tree with a value of 87 against the sky with a value of 199. 61 on that tree. 66. This rock under this tree, we've got a value of 86. 134. In the woods where the sun is shining through. Treetop where the sun is lighting it up, we've got a value of 92. 83. 39. Among the grass, we've got values of 105. 25. 55. 113. This dirt, we've got a value of 90. 118. These plants over here. 77. 106. 104. 134. 144. 146. Upon this guy in the distance, we've got a value of 152. Upon this fence right here where there's a bit of shade, value of 50. Value of 129 where the fence is in full sun. Value of 55 for the shade under this tree. Upon this character, we've got a value of 63. Value of 48 upon his horse. Value of 40 upon his hat. This other character, we've got a value of 114 for whatever that is. Hard to say what that is. Looks like that's just part of the saddle. Got a value of 91 for his horse's face. 35 for his horse where it's a bit shaded. Value of 59 on his horse's tail. Value of 25 on his shirt. This is also Red Dead Redemption 2. Try to find the highest value first, as always. Value of 222. Try to find the low. Looks like we're going to have a low somewhere around 16. Possibly you could find something slightly darker. $16 is about the max anyway, so check the sky. 194, contrasting a value of 183, 196, 172, 179. Let's look at these rocks. 146, 205, 123, 130, 188, 216. Let's look at the snow. 113 against 160. 151. The horses, we've got values of 70. 91. And 79. And the source, we've got a value of 149 and 71. On this tree, we've got a value of 130, 131, 168, on this character's hat, we've got values of 73, 161, 74, 94. Upon his face, we've got values of 44, 83, 49, 90, 110, 98. The barrel of his gun has a value of 112. The engraving upon his gun has a value of 144. The cylinder of the revolver has a value of 107. His glove has a value of 28, where it's a bit shaded from the sun. Value of 137, where there's a reflection. His shirt has a value of 64 and 20. I guess this would be a poncho. However you would want to refer to this, his overshirt has values of 88, 68, 70, 63, 97, 27, 40, and 145 because of the snow. This character's hat has values of 73, 89, and somewhere around 140 because of the snow. Yeah, 146. His shirt has a value of 26 and 48 and 58. His scarf has values of 51, 96, 80, and 58. His face, where there's a bit of shadow, is value 48, and where it's not shaded, 88. This gun has a value of 41. The handle does anyway. The cylinder has a value of 142. The holster has a value of 39. His pants, 82 and 62. His repeater has a value of 66, 54, 104, and the barrel has a value of 61. This guy's scarf has a value of 51, and that's contrasting against whatever this is. I'm pretty sure that's another shirt that's underneath even this blue one. Value of 128.